Hey there, Taurus. Going to do a couple readings here for the sign of Taurus. Taurians from April 19th through May 20th. And my name is Trista with Vision Psychic Hotline. Thanks for visiting our YouTube channel. And we're going to be doing monthly videos here for all 12 signs. And I will run them from the 10th through the 10th. This just helps me to not be so bound up at the end of the month, beginning of the month, when I've got so much going on. So by the 10th of each month, I will be having these videos posted for all signs. Again, today is for Taurus, the bull, the cow. I'm a Taurus, so don't take offense. A lot to be said for Taurus. One of the signs that I've been watching that are going through major changes for the last year and a half. Lots of astrological aspects that have been real heavy for Taurus. There is a story of how Taurus has been the sacrifice for 2,000 years, and we just got done with that. We're no longer the sacrifice of the zodiac. Tauruses have just been, carrying a lot of weight for a long time, and no longer have to carry that load. So, hey, thumbs up on that. I'm a Taurus, so I'm happy to be experiencing those changes myself. A lot of Tauruses out there may be going through a lot of relationship stuff, a lot of relationship difficulties, I would say. More for the men than the women, it would seem, but a lot of changes going on with Taurus at a very deep spiritual level. And so let's get right into the reading. I went ahead and shuffled for the first group. I'm going to do probably 3 readings, and so we're going to start with the first one now. Ace, we got the Queen of Swords coming up on the bottom of the deck. Now, for me, okay, this can mean that there are Taurians out there dealing with some air signs. I don't like to stick to gender. Okay, it is the Queen, but I always say go ahead and leave it open to either gender, male or female. So this could be a male or female air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and we'll go from there. Let's see what your first card out. First card out is the 3 of Cups. Now, 2 different things coming up right off the bat with this. Number 1, this is a card of celebration. It's a card of healing of wounds, and it is a possible sign of 3-party relationships. Now, for Taurus, I know there has been lots of 3-party relationships out there, and so we'll see if that's where this is going. So that's right in the center of the reading. So this can be celebration coming your way due to something. Could be dating an air sign, like I said, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, male or female. And this could also be a 3-party relationship. And right off the bat, what's crossing the 3 of Cups is the 2 of Swords. And then the 2 of Swords, for me, looking at this can be somebody trying to make a decision between 2 people. Again, that 3-party situation. Trying to make a decision between 2 different people. So, right off the bat, that feels really strong, like that is the case of the first group. This may be 3rd-party situations. Absolutely. Into the foundation of the cross. And the cross is basically the spread that I'm using. It's a 5-card spread with a clarifying card and an underlying card energy-wise, and that is what's on the bottom of the deck. So, 3rd card out, 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. With these other cards, I would say that somebody is trying to basically choose a partner in order to create this, the happy family. Okay, wishes coming true, contentment. 10 of Cups, also a sign of long term. And so for me, this is probably being generated for a lot of Taurian males out there. I would say more male than female. And it really fits the pattern that I've been seeing for Tauruses, myself included. So trying to make a decision between two different parties. And let's see what's coming up into the recent past. In the recent past, the Four of Wands. So this is all about building foundations. It's basically achievement. You're well on the way to building something. I always call this the foundation card. The foundation card for marriage, relationships. So this leads to this. And so somebody is trying to build a family. Somebody is trying to bring somebody into their life to have a nice, long, happy family life. And the third card, what's crowning you? The Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups, this can be a message from a loved one. This can be children involved in this situation. You're the people that you're dating or getting to know. They may have children, so children can be a factor in the relationship. But coming up with all of these other cards, the Ten of Cups, the Three of Cups, this to me is people reaching out, warm, fuzzy messages. They aren't necessarily real deep. They're kind of juvenile. Simple little I love yous, simple little I've been thinking about you, can't wait to see you again, simple things. So I feel like it's still, in that stage where you're not too serious yet, but you are building towards something bigger. Now again, for a lot of you, you are looking at multiple partners, trying to decide, who is it that is going to keep you happy. Now, into the near future. Once again, we've got another page coming up, the Page of Wands. Now, this also is a messenger card. This also is a card that represents children, the pages. And this page happens to have a beard. So, some of you could be looking at people that are under the age of 25. And this also can mean that there's a message coming from a friend or a family member that pertains to one of the two people that this group is looking at. So, and that is in the near future. Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords can also represent your energy. Not necessarily, feminine for masculine, but the Queen of Swords is very much about being very clear, being very truthful. She's direct to the point. Sometimes what she has to say can be cutting, can be hurtful, but it's the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. So this is a person that's very direct. So if you are involved with a air sign, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an air sign, it can just be the traits of this Queen of Swords. Again, feminine, but yet she's very to the point, very direct, doesn't pull any punches. So that's what I got for group number one. So let's go on to group number two here and think about your questions that you want to ask. What is the main question that Taurians want to ask? I want you to think about that while I'm shuffling for group number two. And thank you, Spirit, for sharing with us the messages and energies for Taurus between the dates of February 10th and March 10th, 2018. Thank you for sharing with us the messages and energies for Taurus between the dates of February 10th and March 10th, 2018. Thank you for sharing the energies of Taurus for the dates of February 10th through March 10th. Thank you, Spirit, for sharing with us the messages and energies for Taurus between the dates of February 10th and March 10th. And there we go. Now, what we got coming up on the bottom of the deck is the Empress card. So, right off the bat, Major Arcana card. And Major Arcanas, these are just basically the archetypal energies, the stronger energies that have to do with major pathways or doorways in our lives. And so you can, for instance, like when we are becoming a mother, the Empress is the mother card. And a woman will get pregnant, have a child, but as soon as that child comes into the world, all of a sudden it's a major doorway in life, or life changes. So that's what this speaks to. It speaks to growth in our life. It speaks to prosperity. This also can represent a mother figure. So let's get on with the cross. And in the middle of the cross, there we are, Tauruses. King of Pentacles. This is an earth sign male. This can also mean that you're involved with an earth sign, or being that it's the King of Pentacles, this could be somebody who's in business. This could be a possible business partner. And I would say, based on what we have coming up on the bottom of the deck with the Empress, this is a time of growth and fertility. If you were going into business, this seems like a good time for it. And I do know that through a lot of the astrological readings and whatnot that I participate in, that this is a time where there's many Tauruses that are thinking about job change. They're thinking about starting their own businesses. They're thinking about, what comes next. And this is a great time for changes. And so the King of Pentacles, earth sign male, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Strong, steady. Could be a little discombobulated right now with all the present energies astrologically, but this is a really good time. We are walking through a doorway right now, and it should be a good time of growth for most Tauruses, male and female. So that is the first card out. And what we've got coming up, crossing the King of Pentacles, supporting energies for good or bad, is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a symbol that represents, from the past will come your happiness. This is usually a card that denotes thinking of somebody from the past that you had some deeper feelings for, you had a stronger connection with, and this can also mean that this person is coming out of your past into the present. Now, that is what is supporting the King of Pentacles. And so this can be a partnership coming back from the past. This can be the mother of your children coming back from the past. So a lot of different possibilities here within that, but let's check and see what's in your foundation. Good. This is also another symbol I recognize a lot for Taurus, being fairly common right now, because Taurus has been kind of stuck. They've been just kind of in limbo, trying to figure out what comes next. And the Wheel of Fortune comes up, another major arcana. And what this, the way I remember this card is, when you're down on the bottom of the wheel, there's only one way to go, and that's up. So Wheel of Fortune talks about a turn in your fortune, things starting to move, you starting to move up to the top. Okay, so it is a major doorway for a lot of people right now, representing exactly what I've been talking about Taurus, that you've been kind of suppressed, held down for a long time, and it's time for you to start living, start moving forward, start expanding. So, Wheel of Fortune in the foundation of your cross. Very good. Ooh, okay. So it seems like something here in the recent past came true. This is the Nine of Cups. Now, this isn't usually, for me, associated with like your ideal partner, your ideal place to live. It's about slightly smaller things, kind of the steps that you take in order to get to your big dream, the Ten of Cups. So, Nine of Cups, this represents that something that you've been hoping for or wishing for has come true in the recent past, and it is also kind of setting the stage for what's coming up next. So it does feel like this expansion for Taurus is pretty strong right now for a lot of you. Again, there's going to be those that can't resonate, don't know how to resonate with what we're saying here, but there's going to be a lot of you that do, because I've been seeing these patterns over and over for Taurus for, again, like a year and a half. It's been pretty continuous. So Nine of Cups, beautiful card to have. Definitely showing that you're on the right path, even if you're not always feeling like you're on the right path. And into our crowning here, we've got the Emperor. Now, this is a major arcana. For me, this is the God card, or the Father card. This card also represents Aries. Okay, And so we have got Aries into the crowning. You could have an Aries, male or female, coming back into your life. That Six of Cups. Okay, so from the past comes your happiness. Could be an air sign. Not an air sign, but an Aries in specific fire sign. And it may have been stuck for a little while. Things may have been just feeling like they weren't going anywhere. So Aries, the Emperor. Now that can be male or female. Doesn't have to be just male. And into the near future. Beautiful. So, Ten of Cups. So our Nine of Cups is heading towards the Ten of Cups. And so this is what the expectations are for the 30-day outlook for the group 2 of Tauruses that we're reading for. 9 and 10 of Cups. That's beautiful. So into the recent past, we have the 9 of Cups. Into the near future, we have the 10 of Cups. And it does seem like it's associated with somebody coming from the past or something that you've been thinking about for a long time that has been kind of stuck. So that's group number 2. Let's go ahead and jump into group number 3 and see what we come up with. So once again, I'd like you to think about the question that you would like to ask, or focus on the person or the job or whatever it is that you're thinking about. With that King of Pentacles coming out in the first place again, this could be, somebody who is thinking about business, thinking about a business that they'd like to start, and the coming into being of that, the 9 and 10 of Cups. So I would like to think that there's a good number of Tauruses out there that are progressing right now, expanding in their lives, getting some things lined up for themselves that is going to bring emotional security into the future. So let's go on to group number 3. So group number 3, Tauruses, from February 10th to March 10th. Spirit, what are the messages and energies for Tauruses between February 10th and March 10th? Group number 3 here. Thank you, Spirit, for the messages and energies for Tauruses for the dates between February 10th and March 10th, 2018. What are the messages and energies for Taurus between the dates of February 10th and March 10th, 2018? Great. Look at that. Once again, Taurus. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles popping up. So, very, very Taurus energy card. Again, this can be male or female. Male or female, Taurus. Once again, I'll also say that King of Pentacles can represent somebody who is in business for themselves or going into business for themselves. Somebody who has a good business mind, hardworking. They can be very methodical. The Pentacles energy is a very slow-moving energy, and so this may be something, again, like the last reading had pointed out, is something that's been, kind of stuck, or you just feel like it hasn't been moving, and all of a sudden we're starting to get a little bit of a, little bit of a jolt here and moving forward. So, King of Pentacles. That is what was on the bottom of the deck. So, first card out, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so Taurus, Eight of Pentacles represents moving in the right direction. You're working hard. You're not necessarily making a ton of money, but it is the 8 out of the 10, and so you make enough to get by. You make enough to take care of yourself, and the energies are moving forward. It's a good energy. It's a good, strong, solid energy, and it does mean that things are, moving in the right direction for you. They may not feel like it, but again, as you saw in the last reading for the last group, the 9 and 10 of Cups coming in, the energies are all moving forward, and so hopefully this is going to pan out to be something similar for the third group. And there we go again. Wheel of Fortune comes up again. So again, I want to say that there's a lot of Taurians that have been feeling like they've been on the bottom of the wheel of life, and it's time for things to get moving. A turn in luck, a turn in your fortune. And so you're no longer going to be on the bottom of the wheel of life. It's time to start moving up to the top. And that's what it represents. There's only one way to go, and that's up. So it is a major doorway. And so you are experiencing something in your life that is going to bring you to a new place, bring you a new outlook on life, bring you a new perception, a new feeling, and that's a great card to have crossing. So, into your, ooh, look at that, into your foundation, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So once again, this can be Taurian energy, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. This could be, again, we have the King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and we got the Queen of Pentacles coming up in the foundation. So this could be a fellow Earth sign that you're interested in for the males, and again, it goes both ways on the genders. And so this is just covering all relationships, partners. And so there's a partner involved in this relationship that is important to you. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's solid. She's always solid. Again, it's a slow moving energy, the Pentacles, but it's very grounded when it comes to love. It means that this is somebody that you can count on. This is somebody who is secure in what they do, secure in what they experience, and they are moving forward. It's a good, strong card to have in the foundation. And let's see what else we got here. Into the recent past, we've got the Six of Wands. And so Six of Wands basically denotes that there's been some kind of a triumph, some kind of success that has, you've finally gotten your kudos on something. So some of you may have been recognized for doing a good job, and hooray, that's always a great card to have. This is about basically enjoying the fruits of your labor and feeling successful and moving forward. Strong card. Card of the Fool. Now, this just kind of keeps going along. All these cards keep going along with the basic ideas of what I've been seeing for Taurus and their energies. That we're all, we're kind of in this place where we've got a new lease on life. This means kind of taking a leap of faith. You can see he's walking off of a cliff. The dog's barking, saying, "Hey, watch your step." But the Fool, he knows what he's doing. He just needs to take his time. And that's one of the things about Pentacles energy is that it's slow moving. We're not in a big rush. So Tauruses, though, when they finally get up off their butts and decide to get something done, get out of the way. Tauruses are very much the machine when it comes to work, and really good solid workers. So this card, you're ready to take a leap of faith and get moving. Okay. It's interesting because it really resonates for me. All three of the readings actually have been resonating with me. So I'm taking the leap of faith finally and putting more time into the business visions, and that's what this is. This is a part of it. And again, long time coming. It's been almost 3 years, and we have come a long way. Still have a long way to go. So it's the leap of faith. And so we're going to start investing more time in the company, more money, more of everything in order to go ahead and get lifting off. And I know other Tauruses. I've got several friends that are Tauruses. We tend to flock together because we're a little bit different than the other signs, and that's okay. Tauruses have a tendency to basically be able to get along with most people, but they take very few people close to them. And I think it's just kind of I would say that the reason is because Tauruses are very feeling creatures, connected to Earth. You're connected to nature, and in that energy, we pick up a lot on people. And most people out there are kind of acting. They're not really being themselves. And so I always find that Taurus and Scorpio, polar opposites, very, very in tune with the part of the person's personality that doesn't really shine so brightly, their core. A lot of people are out there just, acting in order to get what they need. And Tauruses kind of read into that. And so we can be a little quiet. Not all Tauruses, but I've always been fairly quiet, and because I was always observing more than I was wanting to participate. So let's see what else we got here. Kind of going off on a tangent with Taurus here. Page of Pentacles into the near future. So this is an offer coming your way, possibly. Page of Pentacles does, in a relationship reading, represent that somebody's making an offer to you, a grounded offer of love. It's still in the juvenile stage, still in the beginning stage as a page, but it is the most grounded offer that you can get, which means that as it materializes, you realize that it's very well worth the wait that it takes for this slower energy to manifest. So this can be a message coming in that has to do with your emotional security or your financial security. Looking at this as a reading about your finances, your career, your money, I would look at this reading as being basically showing that you're in a place where you're about to start moving forward again. Like I say, for a lot of Tauruses, I know that they've been feeling very stuck, trying to figure out what is that next direction in life. Myself included. I am a professional reader, but I want more. I would like to experience more, and I'd like to help more people than just one at a time. So my business partner and we've created this company in order to be able to change the experience for psychics. My mother is a psychic for 45 years, and the wages that psychics have been used to getting paid for a long time have been very low. The companies that come about, they take the lion's share. And so we've created a company whereby we're going to do our best to basically get people paid 2 or 3 times more than what they're used to. If it's possible, we will pull it off. And so far, we are looking at being able to give up 40 to 50% of our charges to go right back to the reader, which I can tell you as a professional reader, it's usually about 10 to 15% that comes back to the reader when they work for a company. So that's the goal of our company. And so again, I'd like to invite any of the readers out there on YouTube to send me an email at tristanshouse@live.com and talk to me about what we're doing and how we might be able to incorporate you and your YouTube business onto our site and bring you more business, bring you more money. That is the last reading for Taurus for February 10th through March 10th, 2018. And I thank you for coming, and you have a great day. Thanks, Taurus.